This video contains spoilers, so please continue at your own pace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video on how to unlock the Saint trophy in Dead Rising. I highly recommend you watch my other videos detailing some of the other trophy and achievements you can unlock alongside this one. The link to those videos are in the description below. Here are some other achievements you can also unlock as well. This video assumes you have access to the real Mega Buster. If you do not have it yet, please watch this video first. And finally, before we get started, I want to let you know that this trophy can be annoying, mostly due to the way this AI is programmed. This game is many years old at this point and you may get frustrated. I'll point out in many sections you can save in case things go wrong, and let's be honest, they probably will. When I originally recorded this footage, I had assumed that you could unlock the achievement without any issues. However, after attempting the Saint achievement, I discovered that there is a bug in the game on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC version. Basically what happens is you meet the conditions, but the achievement doesn't unlock. It actually took me 3 tries to unlock the Saint trophy and achievement, and I was able to get it on my stream run, which I do have on the channel as well. So please be aware that if you are attempting this challenge, there's a chance that you will not unlock it if you're playing on one of those versions. Once you're ready, go ahead and start a new file on 72-hour mode. After the intro, make sure you take the Mega Buster as you wait for Otis to give you the map and transponder. Once you leave the room, talk to both Jeff and Natalie to get your first 2 survivors. Once they meet, you can take a picture of them to unlock both the photojournalist and the artiste. Before dropping them off, make sure to take a picture of the air duct leading to the security room, as we will need this on day 3 for some unmarked survivors. Make sure to lock the picture so it doesn't get deleted if you're taking pictures as you play. After getting to the Paradise Plaza, we will have some free time, which we're going to have to use to prepare for the upcoming test of mental endurance. Depending on your level, you may not have all 12 inventory slots, however this information should still help you as you level up. The first piece of information is the location of all 7 SMGs in the game. These are going to be the main range tool you want to give your survivors. The handgun is too slow, and the shotgun is too dangerous in a group due to friendly fire. They will do more damage to each other than the other zombies. They also have a low stagger effect when it comes to friendly fire, so these are the best tools to give your survivors for range battle. The 7 locations are Paradise Plaza, Leisure Park, the Maintenance Tunnel, the Food Court, Alfresca Plaza, the Entrance Plaza, and Wonderland Plaza. You don't need to grab all 7, but I do recommend you carry 2 on you at all times. The second piece of information I recommend is always carrying a skateboard. This is the 3rd fastest way for Frank to move around, only behind a vehicle and the quick step smoothie. You can further strengthen the skateboard with 3 books to increase its endurance. Having 1 book boosts it from 3 zombies to 6, having 2 boosts it up to 21, and having all 3 boosts it up to 70. The 3 books are located in the following locations. The sports book is in Contemporary Reading in Paradise Plaza. The entertainment book, which is in Bachman's Bookporium, also in Paradise Plaza. And finally, the skateboard book is in Sir Book-A-Lot in the Wonderland Plaza. Again, you don't need to have all 3, but I highly recommend it as it'll allow you to charge your way through zombies when survivors get swarmed. The 3rd piece of information I recommend is to save when you feel it's right. I will make note of specific scenarios where you should save and then reload. However, there could be times when you don't want to take a risk and simply want to have that backup. Regardless of what I'm suggesting in the video, if you feel you need to have a save, go ahead and save. The 4th piece of information is arguably the most important, as it's regarding how the AI works works and how to manage them while escorting them. The AI follow a straight line to their destination and only updates when they reach their destination or something interrupts their behavior, such as being attacked or called over. When you recruit a survivor, Frank becomes the constant destination for the survivor, and they will always attempt to take the shortest straight line towards him, regardless of what's in the way, be it zombie or a wall. If it's a group of zombies, you can probably guess how it'll end. However, the most common problem you'll find are walls, as AI will run indefinitely into the wall to get to Frank or a marker if you place one. In order to regularly update the AI's pathing, you must press the call over button. On Xbox that's Y, on PlayStation that's triangle.
Now come on!
This will cause the AI to recalculate their path and stop them from certain actions, such as attacking or their disagree animation. These particular actions waste a lot of time and almost always puts them in danger. There are a few scripted exceptions, however I'll point those out when they come by. Finally, the fifth piece of information is to always make the nectar smoothie and carry wasps when possible. You can make nectar with 2 orange juices at any blender. These are great utility items that allow you to clear mobs of zombies or save survivors when they get stopped by a mob, especially on day 2 and 3 when zombie mobs are very large. If you're working on transmission area as well, then make sure you have the call list from my transmission area video, as I'll only briefly mention them when they're related to survivors. Going back to the main route, the first thing you need to do is head to the maintenance tunnel and get the maintenance key. This will give you the option to jump in and out of plazas very quickly when you're traveling. Along the way, pick up at least 2 of the SMGs on the list I mentioned. Once you get the key, wait until you get a call at 2 PM regarding Kent the photographer. You can do this quest now or wait until later, but there probably isn't much for you to do, so go ahead and do it as early as possible. Once it's 3 PM, head to the hunting shop in the North Plaza and fight Cletus. He is unmarked and spawns in at 3, and the only reason you need to clear it out is in case you need to pick up items in an emergency. At 4 PM, you'll get a call for 2 survivors in the Alfresco Plaza. Hold off from going there until at least 5 PM when you get the call for a 3rd survivor in the same location. After getting the call at 5, go to the food court and continue the story. While traveling through the open plaza, pick up the 3 survivors in this location. Continue to the entrance plaza to finish the day 1 story missions. From here, go into the In the Closet store and pick up an unmarked survivor. Return to the food court and wait until 7 PM to trigger the change in the zombies. While making your way, save if you feel it's necessary. After the cutscene, go to Leisure Park and save Sophie. While here, you can also get the Carjacker trophy if you take down the convicts. Once you get back to the security room, drop off the group and save your game. Now, wait until 9 PM to get a call for Adam the Clown. Before going over to the Wonderland Plaza, wait outside until 10 PM to get the call for the Japanese tourists. Once there, make sure to fight Adam first before triggering the Japanese survivors. After saving Greg, get the tourists and follow him to the shortcut. Once he joins you, I recommend you save. Wait in the Wonderland Plaza until 11 PM to get the last call for day 1. Go to the North Plaza and get the survivor and return to the shortcut to the Wonderland Plaza. I recommend you save again before continuing, just in case something goes wrong. Afterwards, take the shortcut and fight your way back to the security room. After you rescue the survivors in the security room, save again. Now that you completed day 1, you have some free time until the next story mission. Day 2 is arguably the most difficult day, as there's a lot to do in a very short amount of time. If you're trying to get Frank the Pimp and Tour Guide, this will be the section where you can do it. Please watch my Frank the Pimp video for exact details, as the following section will only be a continuation of Saint. Once the main story picks up again, continue it until you have to get medicine. From the Paradise Plaza, go to the restrooms and head underground. Take the car and drive straight to Seance Market from the maintenance tunnel. Fight Steven and get the medicine. After the boss, head out the store through the front entrance. Hang around the entrance to Wonderland until 7 AM when you get the lover's call. As soon as you get this call, run towards them and recruit them. Taking them takes a while, but don't panic, as you should be able to leave Wonderland right around 8 AM. Once it's 8 AM, you'll get a call for more survivors in the North Plaza. After the call, ignore this mission until after you deliver the medicine and the survivors. Take the shortcut and run through Paradise Plaza as fast as you can. Do your best to return to the security room before 9 AM. The reason for this is 2 unmarked NPCs spawn at 9, and saving them is very difficult if you're not prepared. Once you drop off the survivors and the medicine, check the time. If you have enough time to run past Paradise by 9, then save. Survivors can't spawn in your location unless a cutscene triggers. Before leaving the security room, take a photo of Jesse that is worth at least 500 exotic points. We need this photo for Kent later in the day. Afterwards, run straight to the North Plaza and complete the boss battle to recruit 3 survivors. From this point, you have 2 possible strategies. The first one is cutting through the North Plaza and making your way to Alfresco Plaza. Once you're here, rescue Gordon and check your time. If you have 1.5 hours until the main story starts, you have enough time to return. Cut through the entrance plaza and make sure you have a queen before entering the Paradise Plaza, as Pamela's gonna get swarmed with zombies as soon as the area loads. Rescue her immediately and then recruit her sister inside the store. Be warned that Pamela is scripted to run towards her sister the moment that she joins your party in an attempt to hug her. Make sure to either reduce the distance between the two or hold Pamela's hand to prevent her from going. If you start running out of time, then leave the survivors to continue the story. The survivors will slowly lose HP when left in the zone, but it'll be at a fixed rate, even if you leave them when they're getting swarmed. Even though Route 1 is faster, it's a much harder route as you're forced to run through a lot of zombies and a lot can go wrong. Route number 2 is a longer but safer option. After getting the survivors in North Plaza, cut through Leisure Park and head to the Paradise Plaza. Once you enter Paradise, go towards the restrooms and angle the camera so you cannot see where Pamela would be. The moment your camera looks at that location, she spawns in. Save the sisters, however be aware of your overall time. Make sure you can make it back in time before the story mission expires. Regardless of the route you chose, make sure you save after you deliver the group of survivors unless you want to return and redo the section to improve your time. Once it's 11 AM, you'll get a call for Ronald. Wait until 12 before re-entering Paradise Plaza to talk to Kent, as he won't spawn in otherwise. Show him the picture of Jesse and then talk to Ronald. Make sure to have some food on you, otherwise he won't join you. You can grab orange juice from the Colombian Roastmaster if needed. After recruiting Ronald, check your time. If it's 12, you'll get a call for Joe, the boss in Wonderland Plaza, but be careful as this quest has 2 hidden traps. Trap 1 is every time you enter Wonderland Plaza after this quest starts and do not complete it, you lose one of the 4 survivors linked to the quest. Trap 2. If you allow the quest time to reach the red meter, which indicates you have less than 3 hours, you automatically lose survivors. Depending on the initial route you chose, here are your next steps. If you follow the harder but faster route, then wait until 1 PM in the restroom shortcut with Ronald, as 2 unmarked NPCs spawn in the Wonderland Plaza as well. Once it's 1, take Ronald and use the shortcut to enter the Wonderland Plaza. Make your way towards the bunny near the food court and save the 2 unmarked survivors. Afterwards, have them wait outside the boss area before entering. Be quick in rescuing the NPCs as zombies can enter the boss area and hurt the NPCs. Take out Joe and save the 4 survivors before returning to the shortcut. I recommend saving if everything went well. Once you enter Paradise Plaza, you'll get a cutscene for the Raincoat humans. Take them out and rescue the captive survivor. After getting all these survivors, return to the security room unless you're waiting for Otis's call to continue the story at 3. After dropping off the survivors and continuing the story, go to the North Plaza and fight Isabella. After finishing, you can save if you want, then wait until 5 PM to get the last survivor calls for day 2. Had you chosen the safer but longer route earlier, then you would follow this path instead. Recruit Ronald by giving him food. Once you get the call for Joe, ignore it as you'll be doing it much later in the day. Please remember to avoid the area until you're ready to complete it. Go towards the Alfresco Plaza by cutting through the maintenance tunnel and use the car to take Ronald. Save Gordon and cut through Leisure Park. As soon as you return to the Paradise Plaza, the Raincoat cutscene will start. After teleporting, place a marker safely away from the Raincoat men to keep your survivors safe. Then take them out in order to rescue the captive survivor. Return the 3 survivors to the security room and save your game. From here, you'll probably need to complete the next story mission with Isabella due to the time constriction. After finishing it, go towards Wonderland Plaza to save the unmarked survivors and the ones held by Joe. I recommend you save after saving them. Make your way back to the security room and save your game again. From here, both routes will be at the same spot. Wait until 5 PM to get the 3 calls regarding the survivors in the entrance plaza. Go to the entrance plaza, and as soon as you enter, you'll fight the Hall family. After defeating them, jump down and rescue the survivor inside the toy shop. You need to speak to her first or else her friend won't be recruitable. Run back upstairs and enter the cosmetic shop to save the next survivor. From here, run towards the antique shop and save your 3rd survivor. Finally, enter the clothing shop across from to save the 4th survivor. Before dropping off the survivors, check your time. At 7 PM, you'll get a call regarding Ronald. He is staging a mutiny and you must resolve it or else you'll lose many survivors. Make sure you have any piece of food except for smoothies to give to Ronald when you come back to the security room. Afterwards, drop off the survivors and save in the security room. Wait until 12 AM to get a call for the next story mission in the North Plaza. Right before meeting with Isabella, you'll encounter Kendall. Make sure to recruit him before meeting Isabella so he can be in your party right before the cutscene starts. After saving Isabella, save your game. You want to have this as backup in case something goes wrong, especially with Kendall. On your way back to the security room, you'll get a call for a boss fight with Sean in the movie theater. Do not start this side quest until after delivering Isabella. Once you deliver her and Kendall, save your game. Now head to the movie theater and fight Sean. As soon as you defeat him, make sure to clear the mobs that attacks when the doors open. Once they're cleared, save Cheryl first as the other survivors tend to block the door if you get them first. Once all the survivors are free, don't forget to pick up the book that Sean drops. It makes all the survivors competent and no longer useless. It's really unfortunate you don't get this book until the end of the game. Before returning to the security room, you need to make a decision about who you want in your survivor list. There's a total of 54 survivors, but of those 54, only 53 can be saved. If you don't continue the story at 3 AM, you can't recruit Simone Ravendark at 12 PM. The reason for this is she requires Isabella to be awake or else she won't speak to you. However, doing this mission causes you to lose Barnaby. As long as you save her at 12, your survivor count won't change as these two cancel each other out. I recommend you continue the story, especially if you're working on the full set achievement, which requires you to register all 78 survivor entries. Now return all the survivors back to the security room and continue the story mode. Save your game once you complete the 3 AM call. Before continuing the game, you'll need to make another decision about what ending you want to get. The story mission, The Last Stand, has to be failed before starting to lock ending B or completed all the way to continue the story. Do not start the mission and then fail it, as it causes you to end the game with ending F, which loses all survivors, thus wasting your Saint run. Ending A is the true ending and will cause you to lose 3 survivors. In order to get Saint with ending A, you need to complete overtime mode on the same save file in order to register both Frank and Isabella. This will bring your survivor count up to 51. If you're also working on transmission area and full set, you need to get ending A, as there are story related calls and one boss in day 3 that require ending A. In this video, I'll be getting ending B, and I recommend you do the same if you're playing on Xbox One, PS4, or PC due to the trophy bug. After deciding on your ending and delivering the theater survivors, save your game. From here, run towards the hunting shop to get 3 unmarked survivors. Before greeting them, make sure to clear all the local zombies so they don't interrupt your conversation with them. There's a bug with these survivors, causing them to become permanently hostile if you accidentally attack them. In order to recruit them, you need to show them the picture of the air duct we took at the beginning of the video. Once they join you, run towards the food court to get another unmarked survivor. Simply talk to him until he doesn't speak anymore, then leave. He'll join you soon after. At 5 AM, you'll get a call for Paul in the Wonderland Plaza. Fight him and then make sure to put out his fire with the fire extinguisher. After recruiting him, open the door and recruit another 2 survivors. Save in the restroom with the shortcut and then return to the security room. At 8 AM, you'll get a call for 1 survivor in Wonderland Plaza. Make sure to drop off everybody else in order to come back for him, as there's an unmarked survivor with him. Save and then drop them off. At 12 PM, a handful of events will happen at the same time. 2 are calls from Modus and the 3rd is the Last Kent mission. First, make sure to be in Paradise Plaza by 12 to solve the Last Kent mission. This mission has a hidden deadline of 12:05 PM. If you arrive later than this, you lose a survivor. During or after the mission, you'll get a call regarding KENDALL staging a mutiny. Just like Ronald, you have to solve this or else you lose many survivors. After rescuing Ted from Kent, leave Paradise Plaza to get another call from Modus regarding the last survivor in Paradise Plaza. Simone can only be rescued if Isabella is awake and in the security room, which only happens after losing Barnaby. Recruit Simone and then take her to the security room with Ted. Solve the mutiny by talking to KENDALL. After all this is completed, all you need to do is simply wait on the helipad until the game ends to finish with ending B. Normally, getting Saint's pretty annoying. However, it's made so much worse in the remasters because of that unlock bug. I really hope that you as a player don't run into this bug, as simply doing this more than one time is a pain. I also hope that the strategies I suggested can at least make your journey a bit more bearable in case you have to do it again. Whatever the case, I really want to thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. It's one of my longest to date, and it took me a lot longer than normal simply because of that bug. I hope I was able to help you unlock this achievement, and if I did, consider giving the video a like. Thanks for watching and have a great day.